Hello, and welcome to a special episode of Kingdom Hearts. Now, there is such a thing as a certain document that somewhat runs through the whole story of Kingdom Hearts, and that document is called the Ansem Reports. So instead of going into the journal, I did something better just to save time and whatnot. I'm actually going to read it. So, here we go with Ansem Report. Much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I'm blessed with my people's smiles and respect. But though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe that darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I've witnessed it many times. Darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? As ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost to those taken by the darkness. The experiments caused the test subjects' hearts to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile hearts are. My treatments prove no signs of recovery. I confined those who had completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Sometime later, I went below and was greeted by the most strangest sight. Creatures that seemed born of darkness. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be the shadows of those who lost their hearts to my experiments? The shadows that crawl beneath the castle. Are they people who lost their hearts, or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing that I am sure of is that they are entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunately, there's no shortage of test samples. They're multiplying underground even as I write this report. They still need a name, those who lack hearts. I will call them the Heartless. The Heartless appear in groups and are multiplying rapidly. I provided them both living and non-living samples. They responded only to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing someone from the living creatures. Their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the Heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who lost their hearts and thrive on hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I am confident in this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioral principles. Though they lack emotion, they do seem to have some intelligence. How to communicate with them? It just occurred to me. Could they be the darkness in people's hearts? To study the Heartless behavior, I picked out one for observation. It wiggled its antennae and as if sensing a target, headed deep into the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antennae began vibrating, as if searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I never known of its existence. I had a large keyhole, but seemed to be locked, so I opened the door. What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I opened? A massive core of energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless. It may be the ultimate goal of the Heartless, but what is that energy? I've devised a hypothesis based upon my observations of the Heartless. The Heartless feed on others' hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart too. The heart of this world. There's no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I'm certain that was the heart of the world. The Heartless are trying to take hearts, not only from all living creatures, but from the planet itself. But what do they mean to do with the heart of the world? I'm studying material from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The material is foreign to our world. It is elastic to the touch, and when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records even mention such a substance. Was it introduced to this world when I opened the door? I wondered how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds out there? My curiosity never ceases to grow, but I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny space. There is no doubt that the Heartless are deeply connected to the people's hearts. Further study may unravel both their motivations and the mysteries surrounding the heart. As a start, I have built a device that artificially creates Heartless. By recreating the conditions that spawn the Heartless naturally, I should be able to produce them artificially. This device is the culmination of all my research thus far. The machine's test run successfully created a Heartless. This may be a step forward, creating a heart from nothing. The artificially and naturally created Heartless showed nearly identical traits, but the two types remain distinct for the purpose of the experiment. So I'll mark the ones that are created artificially. Simply astonishing! I had a guest from another world. He's a king, and his vessel is built out of material that compose the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. It seemed that my opening the door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest. That of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says that he wrought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door I've opened. Just as the people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of stars in the night sky, and deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The Heartless desires those hearts. Born out of darkness in people's hearts, they seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that's it. The heartless comes from people's hearts, as does the darkness. Is the core of the world's heart the world of the heartless? I must pursue the answer there and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of darkness. In opening the door that stores a world's heart, the walls around that heart is broken down. We see this as a shooting star. Through this, I have been able to understand the reason why the material known as gummy blocks has the ability to allow travel to other worlds. The cause of the world's wall collapsing is the appearance of the heartless, but finding a world's door takes time. And robbing a world of its heart is a similar case. If the door has been closed by the key known as the Keyblade, you probably cannot reach that world's heart again before the one with the Keyblade appears in the world. I must take measures to do something. Supposing that there is a close relationship between the princesses and the Keyblade, it seems likely that they'll resonate with each other. I've chosen one special girl. I do not know if she possesses a power like that of the princesses, but there is a chance. And this is an experiment. She may lead me to the place where the one holding the key is. I shall send her off to the ocean of other worlds. I've transcended to an existence of only the heart. I should have come back as a heartless, but there is no sign of such transformation. My body has surely perished. However, I'm different from the other heartless, keeping the memories of before, and I'm not taken on the form of the heartless. It is clear that there are still so many things studied. In order to cross over to the dark side, which is not of this world, you must go beyond the door of Kingdom Hearts, the place connected to the world's heart. The innermost part connected to the world's heart, the place connecting to the world of darkness. I'll record the details in another report. There's still so many worlds. The present world, the world of darkness, the world of light. And in between, the world in between. Where does the true paradise lie, I wonder? When the heart casts off the flesh, where does the body go? Heart and soul are separate, and the spirit remains in the body. But can we assume that the leftover body and soul perish? Certainly, when the heart changes into a heartless, the body disappears. However, that is only this world's story. In another world, might not change forms like the heartless and exist there. If we take that to be the case, there must be a you other than yourself existing somewhere. An existence neither of darkness nor of light, and in between existence, cast off by the heart, a mere shell, one who begrudges both darkness and light. This mystery cannot be easily resolved. The relationship between the heart and the flesh is a complex one. But since we exist here, they cannot be termed as existent. Therefore, I shall call them the non-existent ones. And that was Ansem's report. So with that, I'm gonna stop right here. And next time, the end of Kingdom Hearts.